This lecture will go into a definition for you of a set play. Now, if you would, a set play in basketball is similar to a play that's called in football. They have a lot of similarities. So let's say that the quarterback calls a running play, and when he calls that play, we know who's going to snap the ball, who's going to receive the ball, the quarterback, who's going to get the handoff, and that will be the running back. And then all of the receivers have blocking responsibilities, very specific blocking responsibilities. And everyone on the offensive line and tight ends will have a blocking scheme that will be set up to open a hole for the running back to get through that hole and gain some yardage for their team. Now, it's no different in basketball. Why? Well, because we have a center, we have a quarterback, we have a running back, we have tight ends, we have receivers, and we have offensive linemen in basketball, just like we do football, so that we just call them different things. Now, personally, I'm not a proponent of naming positions because I think at the younger ages that really stymies and corners kids into thinking they're only a post or they're only a point guard. I'm not in favor of that, but for this course, I thought it was really imperative that I broke down the positions. You can do it one of two ways. Either call your 5 offensive players 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is when you're diagramming a set play, the way to do it, 1 through 5. Or verbally to call them, your point guard, your shooting guard, your small forward, your 4 or your big forward, and then your post player. So if I'm a coach at a timeout and I'm diagramming a set play, and I have my 5 players here who are in the game, okay, I'll say, now, point guard, you're 1. You're going to bring the ball up. Okay, 5, I want you to start here on the right block. 4, I want you on the left wing, and he's going to tell 1 through 5 where to be. He's going to write the numbers down on his whiteboard, and then he is going to proceed to diagram very specifically the play. So he may say to the 3-man, the small forward, he may say, okay, now we're going to get you a shot, and we're going to get you a shot by running our play Kansas, let's say. Kansas is a specific set play for the 3-man to get a shot at the elbow about 15 or 16 feet from the basket. And so as the point guard brings the ball in to the action, okay, the 2 is going to make, it could be a cut, it could be a screen, he could space out, right? 3 is going to start in a certain place and most certainly receive 1, 2, or even 3 screens on his way to the elbow to catch it for the shot. 4 and 5 are probably going to be screeners. After the screen, 4 and 5 will be shown exactly where to go on the floor, usually to a post-up position. And then 1 usually flares out to the sideline after he sees the screening action and he delivers a pass to 3. So as you can see, description of a set play is very similar to description of a set running play, like I said, as we have in football. And if you haven't run set plays before, and this is your first introduction to it, I think that number 1, you should get used to your players being 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It'll be easier for you to diagram. It'll be easier for them to look at it and understand where they start and what their job is, where to go, and then explain to them what the final result hopefully is, and that's a jump shot at the elbow.